What's up, Facebook? Ty Crandall here with Credit Suite, and today we're talking about how to get loans, how to get credit lines, how to get financing to fund your business, even if you have credit issues. So we're going to be hitting the whiteboard here, and we're going to be diving into many different funding options that you may or may not know exist right now for a business, even if you have consumer credit issues. We're going to talk about ones that have absolutely no credit requirements. We're going to talk about funding options. We're going to talk about loans. We're going to talk about credit lines that don't even require a personal credit check. There's not even a credit pull. And we're also going to be talking about financing. It's very lenient and based on other things other than consumer credit history. We're talking about loans and credit lines where even 500 credit scores, you're still able to get approved. So credit shouldn't be a barrier for you getting money to fund your business. And today I'm going to show you how to get money for your business, even if credit is an issue. So let's dive in. We'll go to the whiteboard. We're going to talk about a bunch of options that you have here. We'll probably talk about like 8, 10 options you have to get loans, to get credit lines, where even if you have consumer credit issues, you're still able to get approved. Now, just so everybody knows, this is probably the one of 4 of the last sessions we're going to do on Facebook Live at this time slot. We'll be then moving to 4 o'clock Eastern time here in about 4 weeks. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. This is one of 4 more sessions we're going to do in this time slot. Then we're going to be moving to Facebook Live every Wednesday at 4 o'clock Eastern to make it more convenient for those on the West Coast to join us. So let's dive in. So today what we're talking about is how to get a business loan even if you have credit issues. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different options. Herman, welcome, man. Thanks for coming. Let me step over here and get my little Sharpie because I like to point things out. Okay, so we're going to be talking about loans. We're going to be talking about credit cards. We're going to be talking about credit lines you can get with bad credit. Some of these don't even require a credit check. So credit quality really doesn't matter when there's no credit check. And some of these have very lenient credit requirements as low as about 700. So again, financing your business. That's what we're diving into. We're going to mainly dive into a couple different topics. One is business credit, something anybody can get even as a startup. I'm not going to map out the exact steps. I'm going to talk to you about 5 or 6 different kinds of business credit you can get. We're also going to be talking about a lot of alternative funding that a lot of people just don't know about. Daryl, thanks for coming in. Welcome. So we're also going to be talking about a lot of alternative funding that can help you as well. This is funding that's not available at big conventional banks. Whether you know it or not, alternative financing accounts for over 98% of financing in the business space. So this is the most common type of business financing out there, but a lot of people are still unfamiliar with where to go to get it and how to get it. So we're going to be diving in and decoding that as well. So the first thing you need to know is don't bother with conventional banks. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, credit unions. Guys, these are not good places to help you. A lot of people think they can't get financing if they have credit issues because they're trying to walk into conventional banks like Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Chase. They are not going to help you. They typically deal with SBA loans. And SBA and conventional banks, by default, deal with very conservative risk. So although these are sources can go to when you have good credit, when you have consistent cash flow, when you have tax returns that show profit, when you have collateral, SBA loans, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, conventional banks, those are the places that you want to go to. But if you don't have those things, you don't want to be going into conventional banks, nor do you even want to try with SBA because SBA requires, and conventional banks require, good consumer credit, good business credit, and good bank credit, which means you need to have good bank account management and money in your bank account, as well as have good consumer credit and good business credit. SBA loans are the best kind of loan you can get, but they're very hard to get because you need cash flow credit and collateral to get approved. If you don't have good credit, good cash flow and tax returns and collateral, SBA is not the place to go. The banks are not the place to go. Again, this is why alternative financing now accounts for over 98% of all business loans. Because if you think about it, how many people have you ever met who've ever got an SBA loan? It's got to be very few, if any. So SBA and the bank are not the places to go if you have credit issues. You need to fix your credit before you actually even think about doing that. And speaking of, please let me say that just because I'm teaching you how to get financing if you have credit issues doesn't excuse the fact that you have credit issues. Get those fixed. There are a lot of very reputable